We went to commercial break. Slavery is not over. Sex slavery, labor slavery, slavery around the planet and in our nation. So again, take down these numbers. If you are a victim and you are able to get to a phone, please call 1-888-373-7888 again. One more time. 1-888-373-7888 again. Or if you suspect someone of engaging in this nefarious activity, then call 1-866-DHS2, number 2, ICE. One more time. 1-866-DHS, the number 2, and ICE. ICE. Now, as promised, Mayor Mike Duggan is in the house. Mayor Mike, how are you?
Good to be back.
Good to see you. Now you've been moving, man. You've been to Mackinac. You've been to where? You been to Japan?
Yeah,
What you do in Japan?
Well, the governor and I went over to pitch a couple of major companies who are based out of China and Japan, but this particular meeting happened to be at a major factory in Japan. But it's interesting what's happening is over the years, of course, we've lost just hundreds of thousands of manufacturing jobs to Asia, in particular on the electronics side. But in China, the standard of living is rising fast enough that the wages in China are coming up, and a lot of things that are being built in China and then are being paid to ship here, that shipping cost is now looking bigger and bigger. And so I think you're going to see in the next 3 or 4 years some major companies in Asia start to locate manufacturing plants in the United States. And so, Pittsburgh's in there, Cleveland's in there, Milwaukee's in there, Chicago's in there.
You're fighting for Detroit.
And I'm fighting for Detroit. And we're establishing relationships, and the governor is very good at this. I mean, he ran Gateway, a computer company, so when he goes and talks to Asian companies about electronics, I mean, he was there for years with them, and we're building these relationships. It's not the kind of thing that you go over and they say, oh yeah, we'll send you a factory, but you build relationships, and when somebody says, hey, I got a deal for you in Milwaukee, I got a deal for you in Cleveland, I got a deal for you in Pittsburgh, they know what we have to offer here in Detroit.
So how long were you in Japan?
About 48 hours.
Okay, all right. And before then you were in Mackinac?
Yeah, I was up in Mackinac with the Chamber Conference for a few days before that.
Okay, now Mayor, every year people go up to Mackinac. Business people, reporters, consultants, lobbyists, politicians, everyone goes up there. Where does the average Joe, the average John Q. Detroiter fit in all those discussions, the food, the speeches, the networking, the business cards, the deals being made? Where do we in Detroit fit in with Mackinac?
Well, I perceive Mackinac as a great place to have long conversations with the Republican legislators, who are, of course, in charge of the House and the Senate. And I can do it at a time where there are Detroit business executives there. And so our primary topic while we were up there in our meetings was getting car insurance down. And so we've got Republican legislators on a captive audience in the island. I got a number of Republican business people saying to these legislators, car insurance is driving people out of the city, it's holding down Detroit's recovery. And so the legislators are used to hearing from me. It's really effective when the business people that they run into are saying our highest priority is getting car insurance down in the city of Detroit. And so I would say the way that the average Detroiter is represented is, from my standpoint, it's a chance to really do a major education campaign. Normally you go up to Lansing, you get 10 minutes in their office, they're busy. When they're on an island with no cars and they can't get off without riding the boat,
Captive audience.
yeah, you can sit out on the porch, and if you can get 3 or 4 business people in a row to go approach them, and that's what was happening. We had all of the Detroit business folks who were up there were pushing hard on the car insurance issue, and we're going to try and move this bill in September.
So there's going to be a bill?
There will be a bill.
So de-insurance is now going to be Michigan insurance?
I think so. I think that's what we're going to end up doing. So the Speaker of the House, Tom Leonard, who's from the Lansing area and is a Tea Party Republican, which is how you get to be Speaker of the House these days, he and I don't agree on very much. But the one thing we do agree on is that car insurance is too high, because car insurance is too high for everybody.
It's just worse in Detroit. But it's too high in Michigan, period.
So it costs $900 on average to insure a car in Ohio. It costs $1,700 to insure a car in the outstate areas, and it costs $3,400 to insure a car in Detroit. But the interesting thing is that this abuse that these trial lawyers are doing in filing these cases and running up these huge medical bills, which is driving it up, the car insurance rates are now climbing faster in Macomb County than in Detroit, because they've spread this same game into Macomb County. So we get a chance to sit down with Macomb County legislators and say, do you realize that you think it's Detroit's problem, but if you look at the trends now, the number of these car insurance lawsuits filed in Macomb County has tripled in the last 3 years. And my point to them is, it's not going to be just a Detroit problem. In a few years, the same things that are driving Detroit's rates up are going to drive up